Guys, if your head doesn't touch the ground like this, come on, bro, you gotta stretch. Alright guys, Happy New Year. For what it is of me, I did not stay until 12 a.m. because I knew today I had to wake up early. Right now it's 7 a.m. and I'm going to go swim on a cold lake, on a frozen lake. So yeah, I want to start 2025 correctly, but it's not really because it's the start of 2025. It's the first time in like 7-8 months in my chalet, and every single time that I come here, I just like to go into the frozen lake because it's for the mindset. So I'm just gonna go in now. I'm going to show you guys, and today the wake up was absolutely ruthless because yesterday I did not sleep at all, and I slept like 2 hours, and today yesterday I went to bed at like 10:30, and this morning the alarm had to sound for 15 minutes for me to wake up, which is something that never happens. But yeah, I guess a little bit tired, but it doesn't matter. I just do what I'm supposed to do. Now guys, I'm going to show you the lake. This is the frozen lake that I'm about to go in. It's a little bit dangerous to enter. Once you're there, it's alright, but like it's a little bit dangerous to enter because I don't know if you guys see in the video. Once you want to go into the lake, it's like frozen, but it's not. Like look at in there. It's just like not frozen here, frozen here. So I don't know if it's frozen or not. So I don't want to go into the water, like. But it's a little bit dangerous, but it's alright. I'm just gonna go in there. Guys, just went in. This was so cold. Right now it's not even that cold outside. It's just like -3, which is not very cold for Canada, but yeah, that was cold, and that was fun. I'm definitely gonna do it tomorrow again, and then I'm just back to Montreal to training and to work. That's basically all I do all day long. Like, people ask me, Brian, what's your hobby? Brian, what's this? I don't have any hobbies. It's just training, work, reading, and sleeping and eating. That's it. I don't do anything else. I don't have any other hobbies. Like, I cannot consider weightlifting a hobby because I want to be a world champion, Olympic champion. I'm doing it every single day, so it's not really a hobby. So yeah, that was amazing, and it's just so good for the mindset because now I'm just going to be able to enter in a flow state to go work. Now I just have like, gotta do my push-ups, I gotta edit some videos and all of this stuff, so that's going to be fun. I do it, the morning routine, I basically do it for the flow state. For example, in a normal day when I'm in Montreal, in my apartment, I just take a cold shower. But today I had the lake, so I just went into the lake. So number one is a cold shower. Then right now I'm going to do the push-ups, so see you there. Guys, listen to this. But there are some things that you cannot be sure of. You must take the chance. If you wait for perfect weather, you will never plant your seeds. If you're afraid that every cloud will bring rain, you will never harvest your crops. This basically means that if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you keep waiting for the perfect time, you're never going to start. You're never going to reap. You're never going to get the fruits of your hard work because there's never a perfect time. The perfect time was 20 years ago.
And the second best time is now. But the perfect time doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is the best time, and the best time is now. But the perfect time, a time where you will have no problems, a time where you will feel 100% good, a time where your job is going to be good, a time where your weightlifting is going to be good, all of those things are going to be good at the same time, is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So you need to take imperfect action. When I started posting videos, it was not perfect. When I started drop shipping, it was not perfect. When I started my formation online, it was not perfect. When I started my coaching, it was not perfect. But now it is. My videos are way better. It's not perfect, but it's way better. My coaching is the best coaching online with lifting world. So you guys need to understand this. In order to be the best, or in order to be good, you need to be bad first. In order to be strong, you need to be weak first. In order to have a good technique, you need to have a bad technique first. I did not start by snatching 150 kilo snatch. I started by snatching 40, 50, 60, 70, and I just went up and up and up and up. You're never going to start perfect. Never. Just think about your job. You had to do like 6 years of education to get your job. Just think about weightlifting. It took you months to learn the technique, and it's still not good. You know what I mean? So, guys, it takes time. But you know what it takes more? It's action. Imperfect action. Imperfect action changed my life. Changed my life because I don't do anything perfect. When I started praying to God, it was not perfect. But I just said what I felt. That's it. But I did my best. When I started weightlifting, I just did my best. And it was not perfect because your best is never going to be perfect. We're just humans and we're imperfect. So just take action. Guys, it's 2025. What did you say in 2022, 2023, 2024? Do it. I know it's been maybe 3-4 days since 2025 started. There's no more hype. There's no more this, there's no more that. There is no more, oh shit, the goals. The goals don't matter. It's your action. It's your actions that you're going to do in order to get to those goals. I want to get my Instagram up. I want to get my lifts up. And I want to get my YouTube up. And I want to get my coaching up. I want to get more people into my coaching. I want to have the perfect coaching. But that's only the goal. What are the actions that I'm going to do? It's going to be taking care of my nutrition, taking care of my recovery, taking care of my sleep, taking care of my relationships, taking care of my business, taking care of my clients, giving my clients results. And now, guys, I'm going to let you guys with a testimonial of one of my guys. It's only been 3 months since in the coaching. He was having problems with weed, problems with bad habits. He was having problems with a bunch of stuff. He was having problems with his technique, with his mobility, with his strength. And this is what he has to say.
Hola, mi nombre es Eliseo y quería contar un poco mi experiencia con el coach de Brian. Ha sido 3 meses y en esos 3 meses he hecho cambios muy drásticos en mi vida. Me ha ayudado no solamente en el gimnasio a mejorar PRs, a mejorar técnica, a mejorar nutrición, sino que también me ha ayudado en ámbitos fuera de ahí, que es en mi vida personal, en mi trabajo, el foco que tengo ahora, tengo las cosas más claras, veo todo con más claridad, sé lo que quiero y la verdad que estoy muy contento con eso. No sé, en plan, me he dejado vicios, adicciones al móvil, adicciones a sustancias, y pues la verdad que estoy muy agradecido con él. Que nada, el trabajo duro es lo que paga.
Alright guys, so I've been working for almost an hour and a half on a massive YouTube video. It's like a free course where I explain to you guys how I added plus 23 kilos to my total. By the moment that this video is up, the day in the life that you're watching, I don't know if it's going to be up. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think this one is going to come up. So stay tuned for the next few weeks because this video is absolute fire. I'm dropping a lot of free sauce.
I don't want to be alone.
As if I can tell you one single advice that truly worked for me, is nutrition changed my life. I promise to you it changed my life, because I now feel way more energetic than when I was chubby and I was just eating processed foods and all of this stuff. I was just going out to eat every single day, every single lunch. So guys, nutrition changed my life. So today I ate for breakfast eggs plus bacon. I don't usually eat bacon, for the simple fact that I don't truly like it, but I'm in my chalet and I don't have anything else to eat, so that's what I eat. So 30 minutes before training, because I train at 10 a.m., I wake up at 6:30. I just work until 9:30, until 9, and then at 9 I just eat eggs plus an apple and an orange to increase my insulin. I eat the apple, the orange, then I eat my eggs with some honey, and then my insulin levels are up. And then just before training, I just drink a bottle of water with salt in it, so I can just install my electrolytes in my body, and I feel energy during all the training. Okay, so this is what I usually do. Then for lunch, I don't eat until like 1 or 2. Once I'm done with my training, once I'm done with my calls, which sometimes is until 3, okay, because I train from 10 to 11:30, then from 11:30 to whatever, it's like 1, 2 or even 3 p.m. I have my calls with my clients. Then I just eat. I eat, usually I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to eat for lunch, but I eat and then I just keep going with my day. I either train again, some accessories, some cardio, then I just come back to work. And now I'm going to build some nutrition plans for my one-on-one athletes that just joined. I had 4 athletes join yesterday after the testimonial of my guy Eliseo. A lot of people were like, man, I just want to join the coaching, let's go. So I gotta build their nutrition plan, which is also customized to them. I just had a bunch of calls yesterday with these people, and yeah, you guys can see, even in New Year I'm taking calls, I'm just working. So that's my life. I just love what I'm doing. Now I just gotta build the plans. I gotta build also tonight. I gotta build a lot of weightlifting customized plans for the new athletes. And yeah, so now I'm gonna build the nutrition plans. Nutrition changed my life, guys. So alright guys, so I'm building right now. It's been already 30 minutes since I'm working, and I'm going to tell you guys the 2 biggest mistake that most people make before joining my coaching. I get on the call with them and I tell them every single time, like 90% of people make this mistake, is number 1, they drink Monster, Red Bull, all of this stuff to get energy. What's going to happen with that is your body is going to get a lot of bad sugar in it, so the peak is going to be amazing. Okay, during training you're probably going to feel great, but after your 3rd or 4th movement, or even after training, once you're done, the peak is like this during training, and then afterwards it's just gonna go boom. And sometimes it even going to, the downfall is even worse if it's happening in training after the 3rd, 4th movement. Back then, like maybe a year and a half ago, I was drinking Red Bull and all this stuff, and after the 3rd movement, man, fall down from the peak, and it was like, bro, I don't want to lift, I'm just like wanting to sleep. So guys, there's a bunch of other stuff that you need to do. We have a pre-workout, not a pre-workout, but a pre-workout routine that we do in our coaching, which is you eat 1 hour before training, you take fruits 30 minutes before training, and 10 minutes before training you're just gonna take, like, you're gonna drink water with salt for the electrolytes, and you're also going to drink black coffee. So that's, bro, I feel with way more energy without the Red Bulls Monster with the routine than with the Monster and all of this stuff. So guys, it truly works. So stop doing that, and if you're not getting the proper amount of sleep, just fix your schedule. This is what I told my clients. Alright, you don't get the proper amount of sleep, you're just sleeping 4 or 5 hours, so let's just analyze your schedule. I analyze it with them, and we just start making their schedule so they can at least sleep 6 hours. If you're sleeping 6 hours, that's the minimum, but it's enough. It's truly enough. So the second mistake that I see truly is just that, like the Red Bulls, the Monsters, just like completely necessary, and in the long term it's just going to fuck you up. When you're going to be like 50, 55, you're going to have diabetes and all of this stuff. So it's truly not worth it. The second mistake that I see is that most people try to go from a very BS diet to an extremely like strict diet. You know what's going to happen is just you're going to become bored of eating chicken plus rice. If you go from eating KFC, McDonald's every single day and just start eating chicken and rice every single day with my broccoli, I'm going to track my macros, it's just become boring. You're not going to be able to stick to it. This is what I did at the beginning. I was just tracking my macros with the track AI thing, and I was just eating like rice with chicken. It's just boring. Why would you do that? You need to implement stuff that is healthy but that is tasty for you, that you like. If I talking with a client and it's like, oh yeah, but Brian, I don't like eating this. I'm like, alright, it's healthy, but you're not going to eat it because I want you to stick to the diet. I'd rather have a client that has a half healthy diet and he just sticks to it every single day than extremely healthy diet and he just sticks to it like 1 week. So we need to implement little by little. It's not like drastic change, because you're not going to be able to build a sustainable diet in the long term, which is what we want.
Guys, we're about to go do some stretching because it's simply a rest day today on my 3-2-2 method. But most people are like, oh yeah, you know, so stretching is just 1% of your recovery or 10%. Bullshit. Stretching is the second best recovery method after sleeping. I will say that more than 30-40% of my recovery comes from stretching. It's injury prevention, it's more mobility, better technique. It's just incredible the benefits of stretching. I've had like chronic injuries. Doctors in Canada, everything is chronic anyways, but it was chronic injuries, and stretching just relieved the pain totally. My wrist, like many doctors told me, oh yeah, it's chronic, I don't even feel my wrist anymore because of all the stretching I've done and all of the physical preparation that I've done for my wrist. So guys, on a side note, do not listen to the doctors, alright? If you break your arm, then you might listen to the doctor. If you need a surgery, you need to operate yourself because you've had a major injury, listen to the doctors. But if you're a high level sport, or not even that, if you're like a weightlifter, I see so many weightlifters like they're like, oh yeah, the doctor told me to not train anymore for 3 months. The doctor is fat. What does he know about training? What does he know about weightlifting? So guys, especially if you live in the United States and Canada, do not listen to the freaking doctors talking about sports. Let them talk about your major injuries, break your arm, alright. But about sports, about training, about pain, do not listen to them. That's my advice. And obviously, as I said, if you break your arm, you're having a heart attack, then you might listen to the doctor, you know. But for sports, they don't know. Most of them, 99% of the doctors I've went in, they don't know shit about sports. Like, that's the truth. And so now we're going to go do the stretching routine. I'm going to show you guys step by step the morning routine that I use in order to be as mobile as as to grasp on my squats. Like, I'm extremely mobile, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit. Let me just set up and I will show you guys every single one of them. So first of all, I love to stretch with my shoes on. Most people just remove their shoes, but I like just stretching with my shoes. So the number one muscle that you need to stretch in weightlifting are, number one, your quads. It's extremely important, the quads, because weightlifting is 50% legs, 30% back, and then 20% the other muscles. So you guys need to stretch your quads. Extremely important. So many of you guys have knee pain, but it doesn't come from the knee itself. It comes from the quad or from the hamstring, for whatever it is, okay? It comes from other muscles. You don't have pain, you don't have tendinitis, and it comes from the sky. It comes from somewhere. And your tendons are built in order to handle massive amounts of volume and massive amounts of weights, like tons. I'm not talking about 100 kilo snatch, I'm talking about tons. So your tendons are prepared, they're built for that. So the tendinitis doesn't come from, oh, I've overloaded. No. It comes from you're doing something wrong.
Meaning you're either not mobile enough, you're not prepared enough, you're not, and preparation comes from your accessories. You need to be building those knees, you need to be building those quads. And obviously if you just come back to train and you just squat 220 kilos, then your tendons and your knee pain is going to suffer. But when you have the right training system, that's not going to happen. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm going to show you guys the actual number one exercise that I use for the quads. So first of all, you're just going to go into a wall and you're going to put your knee, you're just going to put it on the wall. Your knee has to touch the wall like so, okay? And then you're just going to push like this. You're going to just push with the hip in front. And guys, this relieves the tension on the psoas and on the quad. It's just crazy. So yeah, stretching changed my life, and back then I was just like, oh yeah, but I do weightlifting to enjoy it, you know? I'm just gonna max out because that's just how it goes, right? Max out Friday, that's fun and all this stuff. And I fell into that trap because those people on the internet, they're like, oh yeah, but stretching, volume, technique, working on your mobility, on your strength, that's not fun. You do weightlifting to have fun. But guys, when you start doing your stretching, you start working on your technique, working on your strength, and you see progress, that's fun. When you see actual progress, like, it's not all about the max outs and all about the PRs. When you start seeing progress in your mobility, in your technique, in your strength, you don't need to make a PR, but you see that progress and you're going to be happy with it. I now enjoy stretching because I know the benefits of it. I know my knee pain went away because of that. I know my back pain went away because of that. So I enjoy stretching. I enjoy the benefits of it. Now, do I want to be here right now stretching? No. But I love the benefits of it, so I do it without any hesitation. It's as simple as that. So don't fall into the, oh yeah, you know, I just max out because I love it and I just love weightlifting, and so I'm just going to do things that I enjoy. No. Imagine if you just tell your boss, oh yeah, so today I'm not going to do this on my job because I don't enjoy it. So it's the same thing with your boss in weightlifting. And my friend, your boss in weightlifting is your body. That's your boss. It's your body. That's your boss in weightlifting. So imagine you tell your boss at your job, oh, I'm not going to do this. Well, your boss is going to say, no problem, but handle the consequences. So it's the same thing with your body. You need to listen to your boss in weightlifting, which is your body. Listen to it. Take care of it. Just stretch. Do your mobility. And when you see the progress of it, you're actually going to enjoy it, I promise. And I don't enjoy the act of doing it, but I enjoy seeing the progress. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I just stay here like 3-4 minutes because, oh guys, this is my second favorite stretching. It's for the hamstring. So many times, most of us have like back pain and we think it comes from the back, but it actually doesn't. It comes from the hamstring. So you guys need to be stretching your hamstring. Like, I stretch my hamstring before and after training. Before training, just like 1 minute or something, like 30 seconds. But after training, I really take my time because the hamstring, if you have fucked up hamstrings, you're going to have fucked up back. You know, and sometimes you're very mobile in the back, but your hamstrings are just so tight that you just compensate with the back and you just overload your back. So you guys need to be stretching your hamstring. It's extremely important. I think it's one of the most forgotten muscles to stretch and to warm up in weightlifting. Alright, so this is the third stretching. It's for the glute and for the back. It's actually very good. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I saw the other day, like when I was talking with one of my clients on the phone, and he was like, man, like a few months ago, I knew what I had to do. I knew I had to stop smoking weed. I had to stop drinking beer. I had to stop going to the bar after my job. I had to stop just scrolling on my phone endlessly, but I did not do it. And with the accountability of yours and all of your program and everything that you need to that I needed to do was actually wrote on paper, and if I didn't do it, well, then I just deceive you and deceive myself. So now I did not have any excuse. And sometimes this is what's missing to so many of you guys. It's actually someone who is going to believe in you and who's going to give you all of the right tools that you need in order to progress. And most of all, like the number one thing is the accountability. Like even when I was in business, on my marketing agency, I knew what I had to do. I knew that I knew what I had to do. I knew I needed to send the emails, to make the calls, but I did not want to do it. So I did not do it. But when I hired the mentor, he was like, man, but you know, you say you want to succeed, but you're not doing it. So now you need to do it. And he just told me that, and I started doing it, and I became a very successful marketing agency at only the age of 17. So this is just to tell you guys that sometimes all you need is a push from someone that has the blueprint you need to get to your goals. And that's extremely important, something that's changed my life. Yeah, and the number one thing that I see with people stretching, this is my number 4 or 5, this one, just to stretch the adductors. I love doing it with the bar when I'm warming up for my snatches, but no, I'm not going to do snatches, so I don't need it. It's just like the bar, you do like this, and up, you do a press, and then you come back. But yeah, the number one thing that I see people for mobility is like, they overthink everything. They're like, oh yeah, but what's the magic mobility exercise? I'm just going to buy a mobility manual, but you don't need that. You truly don't need that. It's just, you need to use common sense, and on YouTube, everything is there for mobility. Just go check out, like, on my description, there's going to be another YouTube video which is entirely free that I did with the top 5 or top 6 mobility exercises that I use, but just don't overthink it, just do it. Just do it. It's the same thing with technical cues. Like everybody's like making videos about technical cues and all of this stuff. And the problem with technical cues that you give to people is just like everybody's different. Everybody has a different morphology. Everybody has a different body, different weaknesses, different goals. You know what I mean? So you cannot give the same technical cues to everybody. That's why I don't make technical videos. I just don't see the point. Because I'm going to tell you something to you and it's going to work for you. But if I tell that to someone with long femurs and a long torso who is 2 meters, it's not going to work for him. You know what I mean? So I cannot make technical videos. For example, on my coaching, I do technical reviews every single training for every single one of my clients because it's customized to them. You know what I mean? So you cannot be watching technical cues all day long because you don't even know if it applies to you. You don't even know. I'd rather tell you that invest in a coaching. No, it doesn't have to be mine. You just invest in a coaching, someone that's actually going to be one-on-one with you, and that's going to help you way more. So now I'm just going to stretch like this, boom. I just go, guys. If your head doesn't touch the ground like this, come on, bro. You gotta stretch. This is my other exercise, just the split. I just love because it's like it stretches so much the psoas, and the psoas is actually like relied to the quadricep, and it just alleviates the knee pain that I had. So I just love stretching like this, the psoas. There are many other stretches for the psoas, but this one is one of the best one. Like, just go and do a split. Yeah, most of you guys are going to be like this, so just push your hip in front, but if you're actually flexible, I have a better split now than when I was doing gymnastics, which is pretty crazy. But obsession is the number one quality that you can have. You want to smoke on Sundays, but you want to perform in the gym on Mondays. You want to watch Netflix every single day, but grow your business. What kind of logic is that? I want to be world champion. I want to actually lift more weight. So here I am, January 1. Here I am, biking, doing cardio, my weakness. I hate cardio, I hate it. I promise, I hate it. But I do it anyways. Why? Because I have an obsession. I have a vision. You guys, just finished the cardio, I'm dead. Made 20 minutes of intense cardio while I was filming an aggression talk. I actually just put it, maybe I put it a little cut of that in this video, but it's going to go on a full video. Maybe it's already uploaded. But yeah, that was crazy, man. It was just an amazing video, and maybe go look into the channel. I think it's going to be up earlier because that video was fire. So
Now I'm about to go eat, and then I'm going to go out with my family. I promised them, because last year I was just building my business, was building my physique, and I did not have time to stay with them. So now I promised them this year that I was actually going to spend time with them. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, guys, like, it's crazy the change that I made since last year. Look at pictures of myself of last year, videos talking, because I always document all of my journey for myself, and sometimes I just put it on YouTube. But it's just crazy the change that I made internally and externally. So guys, see you on the meal, and see you on the Vieux Montréal.
I don't want to be alone.
Alright guys, it's 9:55. I just finished a call with a mentor, and man, it's been like an hour call, and I was like just so tired. But now I'm about to go to bed because tomorrow I have training at 8 a.m. So today was an amazing day. I've had a lot of fun and a lot of work. So now tomorrow it's time to do the same thing over and over again. But the only thing is, I'm actually not going to do the cold league because I'm not anymore in my chalet. I am actually in Montreal. So I'm going to do the cold shower instead. Cold shower is a lot of benefits. So that's what I'm going to do. And guys, I love you guys. If you guys have any questions, just go into my Instagram. The link is on my description. Ibanez Weightlifting. Just click on it and ask me a question on Instagram, or in the comments. In the comments is even better. Just ask me and I'll be there to answer. And if you want to add plus 23 kilos to your total, and you have a business, you have a job, but you still love weightlifting and you feel like you're not progressing enough, just DM me the word coach on Instagram. DM me the word 322. And guys, see you very soon.